Dearest youngsters, welcome another day for our continuation of being together to study Geetha and other things and thus enhance, update, add to our existing knowledge so that as a human being, being knowledgeable is a minimum thing which we have to do to ourselves. And when we learn to live life according to the knowledge, then the all mistakes we do because of ignorance they're avoided and the results of misery also. So welcome, salutations to you, gratitudes to you, wishes and prayers for you. Mm. Uh, so in today's 2 minutes of common sense thought, just remember mm, कि two tracks of life. One track is what you go on getting, good or bad, sukha, dukkha, failure, insult, all of them. Nobody, even God, when he came as Avatara, he could not avoid the insult, humiliations, doubts, suspicions, blemishes, etc. Blaming by others. That goes on. That's because our good or bad done by the past. Don't allow that to overpower the other aspect, the other track of life. What is that? Where you intelligently understood what is your goal of life and you are following that goal simultaneously. Have that courage, have that deep wisdom, alertness, maturity to segregate between these two. What's coming to me is my prarabdha. I can or cannot avoid, I don't know, but I know this is my goal. I am working towards it. This is how the human life entirely has to be lived. A stage comes wherein you are so busy in pursuing your goal only that all these chutmut things, small little things that happen in life, mm, will not be bothering you at all. So much you are, what do you say, soaked into pursuing only your duties. Okay. Mm. So that is our today's common sense thought for you to be very, very alert and uh, mhm, supposed to live life. Otherwise, those who get perturbed by all those things happen. Cannot focus on what something substantial they can do with the abilities, talents, opportunities given with the resources inner and outer. Does it mean that we should be totally careless about the things happening? Yeah, watch them. See what mistake you have done for which this has happened. Just take a commitment that that mistakes are not practiced or repeated. So to some good experiences come, that something good is done, learn from it, keep doing so. More than that, somebody insults you, troubles you, cheats you, threatens you, frightens you, so many things it goes on happening in life. These are all, when you are traveling on the road in vehicle, road is not smooth. Curves are there, bends are there, twists are there, U-turns are there, the red signals are there, opposite traffic is there, overtaking traffic is there, bumps are there, speed breakers are there, weather may not be good, sometimes boulders will fall, landslides. अब कितने होएंगे? But a person who wants to reach the goal, he won't get bogged up by them. He goes on clearing them and minding jitna mind kar sake. So that is a suggestion to you. Learn from now on. Let the prarabdha track go on its own way, but you will not yield from doing your own works, your own efforts, your own whatever the things you have to do to achieve your goal. There are very few things in life where the things become unsurmountable that you can't work for your goal. Very few, 5% max, 2 3%. But 90% can be kept aside, can be overlooked as per the requirement. But the idea I mean is to work on towards the goal which you have set. That is important. So learn this trait. In schools and colleges and jobs, you are different type of people will be there. There's no mistake of you yet. You will be punished or questioned or doubted. Why I'm doing? No, no, don't cry. The world is like that. In doing so, are you missing your work? No. Then it's good. You are missing the work, then that's wrong. Keep focusing on the work. So, what is in your hands? Keep doing that. That's the main idea. Okay. Welcome. Let us study today all our. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Things, all the four of them. First initial chants, then our Sri Krishna Yajurveda Taittiriya Brahmanam. 10 we have seen yesterday. Today we will see. I am also chanting it first time, please mind you. Then we would go for our Geetha. Gneyam is taught to us by God. Each of the words so precious, so deep. So we are discussing it. That we will do. And in our Smarana of the Bhaktas early morning, the last fourth mantra we do today. They are our sweet activities. Let us start with Sankalpa. Om Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha Tesham Sarvesham Krupanugrahena उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं पुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनि गुरु देवता दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्वशान्ति कल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं ये ये भक्ताः साधकाः अस्माकं सह अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापने निष्ठिताः तेषां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थं ये ये युवाः अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगताः तेषां सर्वेषां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये देशभक्ति धर्मभक्ति मातापितृभक्ति गुरुभक्ति भगवद्भक्ति शास्त्रभक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा जीवन साफल्यार्थं श्लोकानां पारायणं यजुर्वेद मंत्राणाम् उच्चारणं तैत्तिरीय कृष्ण यजुर्वेद गीता त्रयोदशोऽध्यायस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनम् अर्थाविष्करणं भक्तानां प्रातस्मरणस्य पारायणम् अर्थाविष्करणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे स्टार्ट ॐ ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ओम अथ श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीयब्राह्मणस्य पारायणं प्रथम प्रपाठकः एकादश मंत्र आरभ्य ओके ॐ तौ दिव्यौ श्वानावभवतां यो भ्रातृव्यवान् स्यात् स चित्रायामग्निमादधीत अवकीर्त्यैव भ्रातृव्यान् ओजो बलमिन्द्रियं वीर्यमात्मन् धत्ते वसन्ता ब्राह्मणोऽग्निमादधीत वसन्तो वै ब्राह्मणस्यर्तुः स्व एवैनमृतावाधाय ब्रह्मवर्चसी भवति मुखं वा एतद्रुतूनां यद्वसन्तः यो वसन्ताग्निमाधत्ते मुख्य एव भवते अतो योनिमन्तमेवैनं प्रजातमाधत्ते ग्रीष्मे राजन्य आदधीत ग्रीष्मो वै राजन्यस्यर्तुः स्व एवैनमृतावाधाय इन्द्रियावी भवति शरदि वैश्य आदधीत शरद्वै वैश्यस्यर्तुः स्व एवैनमृतावाधाय पशुमान् भवति न पूर्वयोः फल्गुन्योरग्निमादधीत एषा वै जघन्या रात्रिसंवत्सरस्य यत्पूर्वे फल्गुनी पृष्ठित एव संवत्सरस्याग्निमाधाय पापीयान् भवति उत्तरयोरादधीत एषा वै प्रथमा रात्रिः संवत्सरस्य यदुत्तरे फल्गुनी मुखत एव संवत्सरस्याग्निमाधाय वसीयान् भवति अथो खलो यदैवैनं यज्ञ उपनमेत् अथादधीत सैवास्यर्थिः खल्वदित्सन्तः फल्गुन्योरग्निमादधीतासन् पततामृतोनां वैश्यस्यर्तुरुतुर्वे रुत्तरे फल्गुनी षट्च उद्धन्ति यदेवास्या अमेध्यं तदपहन्ते अपोवोक्षति शान्त्यै सिकतानि वपति एतद्वा अग्नेर्वैश्वान्तरस्य रूपं रूपेणैव वैश्वानरमवरुन्धे ऊषान्निवपति पुष्टिर्वा एषा प्रजननं यदूषाः पुष्ट्यामेव प्रजननेऽग्निमाधत्ते अतो संज्ञान एव संज्ञानग् ह्येतत्पशूनां यदूषाः द्यावा पृथिवी सहसा सहस्तां देवी यति अब्रूताम् अस्त्वेव नौ सह यज्ञियमिति यदमुष्या यज्ञियामसीमासीत् तदस्यामदधात् त उषा अभवन् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. We have done two things now. Bhagavad Gita 13th chapter we are doing Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. We have already seen this body and all Pancha Mahabhuta Ashtada Prakriti made. Everything is Kshetra. The knower of it is Kshetrajna. That Kshetrajna is the Lord Himself, who is Kshetrajna, uniform, one without second, of all the Kshetras. Then the sadhana here is one. Kshetrajna is not disturbed by Kshetra. Therefore, remain as an undisturbed Kshetrajna. You are already liberated. Okay. Then in the second set of two things asked by Arjuna, Jnanam, Gneyam. In that, the 20 values of Amanitvam, Adambitvam, all of them are the Jnanams. Why? When they are practiced, our Antakarana heart becomes pure, with which the real Jnanam of the Gneya Vastu we can realize. In the realization of that Gneya Param Brahma, we are liberated from all limitations. That's how the 20 values are taught. Now, assuming that somebody has done all of them, he is fit now with his purity of the heart, with the subtlety of the intellect, with the single pointedness of the mind, the sharpness. To him, now the Lord Krishna is teaching what is Gneya. So, in this Gneya Vastu, the thing to be known, which is Param Brahma only, which when recognized, we get the moksha, Amrutatva Prapti we get. About that Gneya Vastu, the indicative definitions are given. Okay. The Gneya Vastu is not a Vastu. It is not an object familiar to us of this entire world. What it is then? It is inexplicable, incomparable, never objectifiable, ever subjective self. Therefore, it is only experiential. It is not explicable, definable, etc. Okay, that is why we are given the indicative definitions when we contemplate on trying to recognize that thing which is indicated or defined by these words, we reach to that self in our own self. This is how the Gneya Vastu's indicative definitions, using them and reaching behind all what we have, The body, the senses, the mind, intellect, ego, beyond, behind that, what is hidden, the subtlemost thing we come to know. And nothing is surprising for you or abstract to you, like every object seen by the Bhautika Shastrajna, the physical scientist, has it not slowly gone beyond the gross and reached up to the molecule level? Isn't it? Molecules only make the whole, that particular thing. Now, has he not gone inside the molecules to discover the atoms? Has he not gone? Now, are the atoms smellable, tastable, touchable? But still they exist or not? They are only microscopic in size. But are they not the atoms because of which the entire gross world, according to physicists, is existing? Just because in the initial days I have not seen the atom, therefore I don't agree that it is a support of the physical world. That is your ignorance. In this way, just because I have not meditated and gone beyond behind this body, mind, senses, and discovered the self, just because I have not done, you say that such substratum is not there, it only shows your ignorance, isn't it? They gone up to even the subatomic particles, the nucleons and all. They reached up to the energy level. Then what is next? They have to come to only one thing. Energy is never independent of the one to whom the energy belongs to. Shaktiman. That energy को own करने वाला is consciousness. So that consciousness cannot be objectified. Therefore, the scientist, everybody who ultimate scientist he becomes physics or chemistry, they have to become philosophers only, spiritual only. Because when they go on going given beyond the energy and all, they have to say nothing there. How can there be nothing, my dear? Or who is certifying that nothingness? I. Who are you? Consciousness. That means there is nothing other than consciousness. Thus, consciousness objectified is the Shakti. Shakti grossified is the matters through the atom, molecule, etc. etc. That's what Vedanta says. So here what I am trying to say is the indicative definitions of Gneya when we are focusing on it, if not today, when you finish all your routines and works at the age of 55, 60, that time you meditate. Or every day half an hour, 10 minutes करोगे along with देखो याद रखना your social responsibilities, your family responsibility and duties, your own naukari and your own obligations and unexpected works. While managing all of them only, you have to learn the art of doing the spiritual things also required. You can never find throughout life a free time for spirituality. It's a hallucination. Illusion. It is an hallucination. It is a self-deceit. Don't you do so? Do you get a special time for watching TV? But the stupid you, don't you negotiate yourself and find time for the cell phone, for gappe maro with your friends? A special time is not allotted to it. In the given 24 hours only, you love that work, therefore you have chosen. You have selected or you could find a time. Same way you won't get time for Geetha till we die. We have to find the time. We have to manage ourselves. For spirituality, special time is not given. In the given time only, along with all, we have to add this. Zero spirituality, 100%. Only worldliness is an 100% samsari. Ignorant fool. Then slowly giving little time to spiritual. And 100% spirituality, zero samsara, he is a highly matured person. Because in that spirituality, he is heading towards his own liberation or the moksha. Okay. In all other worldly things and doings and achievements, it is only temporary achievements, nothing permanent there. Okay. Now the 13th chapter, shloka number, we are doing 15th one. उसी को आज हम 4 बार पढ़ के we'll try to see all aspects of it. Remember, the subject we are studying in Bhagavad Gita now in the 13th chapter is the explanation given by Lord Krishna for the Gneya Vastu, the Parabrahma. As asked by Arjuna, Jnanam Gneyam cha Keshava, I want to know. This Gneya Vastu Parabrahma is explained through indicative definitions. Holding on to the definitions and their meaning, on seat of meditation, we reach to a point where we experience it. We experience it as our own self. Okay. Now the 14th sloka four times. Om Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Shri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Shri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः क्षेत्रक्षेत्रज्ञविभागयोगः पञ्चदशश्लोकः श्रीभगवानुवाच ॐ सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृच्चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च अगेन सर्वेन्द्रिय गुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रिय विवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृच्चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च अगेन सर्वेन्द्रिय गुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रिय विवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृच्चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च अगेन सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृच्चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च. We have done the chanting of it. Okay. Hmm. Clear? Wonderful it is. After we are told in the earlier two mantras of 13 and 14 about the Gneya Vastu. First of all, we should know why that Gneya Vastu should be known, because it is a reality, because it is infinite, because it is birthless, deathless, because it is immortal, and because it is blissful. Okay. And then what are its indicative definitions? First one is Anadimat, Anadiman. It is beyond time, causeless. So to Nasat Tat Nasat Asat Uchyate. It is beyond the manifested worlds of waking and dream, and the unmanifest of this sleep. Something beyond. These are the three definitions that are given indicative for meditation for this Gneya Vastu in the first mantra number 13. In the 14th mantra also, what is said? Sarvataha Pani Padam. That is that which has got hands and legs everywhere. Therefore, wherever the hands and legs are there, it is very much there. So, what is that basic ultimate thing? Because of which the hands and legs are existing, hands and legs are empowered, hands and legs are conscious, hands and legs are working. Focus on that. That is why this meditational technique of focusing on the that which is supporting the pani and pada, hands and legs. Okay. So to sarvata pani padam, sarvataha akshi shira mukham. It is that which has got the eyes, head and mouth everywhere. So what it means, wherever the eyes, mouth are there, that is very much there. Wherever the eyes, mouths, hands, legs are not there, there also it is there. But it is not expressing, manifesting as the eyes and mouths there. Like wherever the pot is there, mud is there. Doesn't mean that there is no mud other place. Other place also mud is there, but it is not molded into pot. Same way. The inexpressed divinity, expressed divinity in the form of all these indriyas. Total level, individual level. So Sarvata Panipadam, Sarvatokshi, Shiromukam. Then Sarvatah Shrutimat. It is the one which has got ears everywhere. Loke Sarvamavrutya Tishtati. It is the one which is that way in this world. Manifest and manifest. Gross or subtle, small or big, it is fully permeating every one of them. This is how you meditate. Okay. To simplify it, the words are given. The word in Upanishads given is that Gneya Vastu is Sat. The meaning of Sat is pure existence, not existence of something. From that standpoint, elephant existing, ant existing. Size wise, if you see, such a huge mountain like, and it is so tiny. But do you say or not, ki both are existing? Along with in between, whatever the sizes are there, even smaller than the ant, up to the unicellular organism, new JN virus, JN1 virus. It is existing. And bigger than the elephant, the dinosaurs of that time. See, big and small is one thing, but both are existing or not. Catch. That existence doesn't differ in the ant or elephant. It is such a subtler thing, it is not measurable in sizes or in shapes or in weights or the heights, etc. That is what is meditation here. Okay, I'll give you another very subtle, very deep, very subtler. Like I am existing. So I am existing as this body I am talking. Yeah. So I am existing in this body where generally whole body, particularly every limb, hands and legs and kidney, pancreas, I am there in every one of them, isn't it? Even a one cell of the body also I am existing there. Therefore, am I total body or is the existence is in the total body or individual parts? It is in both common. Therefore, what is the conclusion? The whole body or small parts of the body, even the micro, all of them are in the existence, they are existing. Without existence, language wise also, they are non existent. But this existence is so subtle, it is very subjective in me, you cannot objectify it. Ever on the seat of meditation, when you think about these things, Sarvata Panipadam, Sarvatokshishiro Mukham, what you go into is that. Like in my hand, if I say total hand, existence is there. These two parts you make the hand, in that it is there. In this part again, total palm, I am the existence. In that, isme bhi hai, fingers mein. In every finger, every part, existence is there. In that existence only, I am only saying ki left hand, left fingers, right hand, right fingers, left leg, right leg, totally whole body and other body, another body. Everyone is existing only, no? So pure existence without these all expressions is that Neyavast. So it is not the hand is existing. In the existence, the hand is manifesting. It is not sky is existing. In the sky, in the existence, the sky is manifesting. Existence only expressing a sky. We are attending to the sky or the hands or legs. Therefore, we cannot see the existence. And why we are caught up in the hands, legs, and objects? Because we are habituated to the pleasures which we get here. Therefore, we are not able to question or think deeply about this Gneya Vastu. But the Gneya Vastu, when known, it being infinite, infinite alone gives the bliss. All of us are seeking bliss only, that we should get through the, what do you call, Mhm. this meditation only, knowing the truth. Okay. Having said this, now it's a continuation in today's mantra number 14. Very beautiful it is, very sublime it is. Okay, six things are told. Okay, there are also two pairs of opposite. Sarvendriya gunavasam, sarvendriya vivarjitam. This is one set. Asaktam sarvabhrut. Another set. Nirgunam gunabhoktru. Third set. Okay. One set today we'll explain. Yesterday we have seen again. So sarva indriya guna abhasa. Of one individual, first take a sample, then expand it to the totality of all individuals and all total. What is one individual sample? Take yourself or myself. We have all indriyas, na? Five jnana indriya, for karma indriya, four antakarana, with all their capacities of whatever level, increasing, diminishing, depending on the timings, the food taken, the age, etc. Okay, Sarva Indriya, we have understood 14 of them. And Sarva Guna, every Indriya has got its own ability capacity. That's called Guna here. Okay, now these Indriyas and the abilities of Indriyas, a new knowledge is added to us now that cannot function without something behind, like how much ever the machine it may be bigger. Without the motor, without the electricity, without the petrol, they cannot move. Huge train, but without that coal or open electricity, it can't move. Huge aeroplane, without that whatever the fuel in it, you can't move it. In the same way, every minute part also has a total part of me, my indriyas, their existence also, their liveness also, their functioning also. Be attentive. Cannot happen without something inside. Okay, so that which, because of which they are happening, to indicate that only the indriyas and gunas are existing and functioning. Not knowing this, we thought the indriyas and gunas are there for us to indulge in the outer world. Thus, we are getting deluded in both ways. Are never satisfied in the outer world and ever away from the real Gneya, our own essential Parabrahma self. Listen this thing 3 4 times at least, then you get an idea. So, what is the meaning of Sarva Indriya Guna Abhasa? Here, Abhasa means that which indicates its own presence. So, the Gneya Vastu is indicating its presence by the means of the existence of Indriyas, existence of the gunas of the Indriyas, and their functioning. Like the bulb and the filament in the bulb and the glow in the bulb are indicating the presence of the electricity. So therefore, all the bulb and the light in the bulb is the abhasa of the electricity. It proves the electricity is existing there. And like a gross electricity also, you can't see. You have to imagine it through the bulb glowing, fire moving. How can the subtlemost self can be objectified and shown? But it is there. It is experiential. The electricity is enough if you know its existence by the glow of bulb, because the purpose of our electricity is only bulb glowing. But with regard to Gneya Vastu, it is not so. That Gneya Vastu we have to experience it ourselves, then only the moksha will come. That is why it's called Gneyam is equal to Praptavyam. It is to be known, knowing itself is gaining, therefore it alone is gainable. And gaining itself is experiencing, therefore that alone is experienceable or experiential. So you have to know and gain and experience the self. Knowing itself is gaining, experiencing, therefore know it. That's why Gneyam Nam diya usko. Why it is called Gneyam? Because knowing is gaining, knowing is being. And being, gaining, knowing is equal to being an infinitely blissful being. Because of that, no finitude, no limitations anymore will come. That is why that becomes worthy of discovery. All others are having not having these qualities of being infinite, etc. Therefore, how much ever you put struggle and gain them, all of them end only. That's what in next chapter. Ha Brahma Bhuvana Lokaha Punaravartinaha Mamupetyaha punarjanma na vidyate. Anything you gain, you have to lose them. But when you discover yourself as that Param Brahma, through all these indicative definitions, you will never become again back to limited into all these upadhis. Okay. So Sarvendriya Gunabhasa means every indriya existing and its guna or quality existing and its functioning is an abhasa, is an indicator for the presence of something. So, what is that something? Because of which each indriya and their functioning, even their coordination is happening. That thing we have to contemplate on. That takes us to the Gneya Vastu, not objectively, as my own pure conscious existing self. Okay. Now, from this side, every indriya and their gunas are functioning because of him. That is the first line. Sarve indriya guna abhasa. Second part is very interesting. When you reach him, in him, all these indriyas and gunas are not there. Therefore, sarve indriya in brackets guna vivarjitam. I gave you the examples. In all chairs and tables, plastic is there. So every chair and table is the abhas of the plastic. In this way, transcending chair and table, when you reach the plastic pure, in pure plastic, there are no chairs or tables. That is why you can melt them and mold them to any other instrument, or you can just leave it as it is, the plastic. You understood now? What is the meaning of the abhasa and vivarjita? So the self is indicated to exist through the existence and functioning of all indriyas. Same self, when it is reached, in that the indriyas are not required for its existence, for its being conscious. That's why in it they are not there. Not there. Like I will not have shaving kit in my room. Why? I don't do dadi. Not required. Not there. Isn't it? I don't have pant shirts in my room. पूरा क्यों? Not required. I don't wear them. In the same way, the pure self doesn't require anything. Therefore, it itself has no hands and legs, etc. in it. Therefore, sarva indriya vivarjit. There are no indriyas. Like for the bulb fan to glow and move, the electricity is required. But for electricity to exist, bulb fan are not required. Therefore, they are not there in it. This is the meaning of second one. Sarvendriya Vivarjitam. Okay. Now we will should do the next set of two things today in this 15th shloka, just 5 minutes. What is that? Asaktam. Asakta means it is untouched by the Indriya's presence, their functioning, their ability in the functioning, their non functioning. It is not attached to them. Like electricity doesn't depend on or not attached to which bulb is put 0 watt or 1000 watt. So, too, in that bulb or fans, working, non working, perfectly working, electricity is not touched by it. That is why it is asaktam, unattached. Understood? No wave is attaching to the water, never the water is attached by to the waves which are projected on it. No ornament is being attached by the gold on which that ornament is projected. And is that gold touched by the ornament? Influenced by the ornament? Sorry, by yeah. No. Whether you make it as a ring or bangle or whatever, gold is untouched. Or melt it and make एक बिस्कुट की तरह बनाओ. Ashaktam. In the same way, I am there. All faculties are functioning because of the conscious existing self. But that self is asaktam. It is not attached to anything. Like I have eyes, very good vision. Seeing is happening, but inner consciousness is not touched by it. My eye, as I have become old, are becoming dim, not able to see perfectly. That doesn't touch my consciousness in me. We were asaktam, unattached, and I became blind manu. Still, I am my self consciousness is not touched by that eye which has become blinded. And he sees the blinded eye, he sees the dimmed eye, it also is aware of the eye which was perfect. That's the meaning of asaktam. मतलब उनका जन्म लेना, रहना, डेवलप होना, काम करना, खत्म होना. Of all these indriyas never touch the self. Now inquire then what it is which is unattached to all of them. Thus, this unattachment, asakti word, becomes indicative definition for the Gneya Vastu. And always I am telling you every day, in my own being consciousness, how many indriyas are working, not working, still it is aware of them without getting troubled, as I gave you the example now of the eyes. Ankh. There are many people, all examples you can give. Born blind, but still they are aware that they are blind. But other ones, as I gave, good eyes, they are aware of it. Eyes dim, they are aware. Eyes become blinded, they are aware it. Awareness is always untouched. Why? All indriyas and their gunas and their functionings and non-functionings, anything. That is called asakta. But sarva bhrut. Yet it is it in whose presence all of them are functioning. सर्व का भरण करता है, भरता है वो, उसके बिना हो ही नहीं सकता. Interesting, you know, there is some phenomena in us called as a pure conscious existence. It is not ego, it's not intellect, it's not mind. There are subtle instruments. It is not the hands and legs and etc. The legs, hands, the indriyas and their functionings. None of them it is. It is beyond that. But Sarva Bharut. Okay? It is the one which does Bharana support of everything. Naturally, no. Everything is supported by existence. If the existence element is removed, that thing doesn't exist because opposite of existing is non-existent. देखो कैसा विचार. This is called pure Vedanta vichara, Jnana vichara. One slok only we are doing it. Imagine how Upanishads and all teach us, how subtle it is. And we want to just live without learning all of that and leave the body just by enjoying only some bhoga. Never become a bhogi and rogi in your life. Be a yogi, wherever you are. Student yogi. Married, grasta ashrama yogi. Grown, become the elderly man yogi. And I mean a yogi, adding spiritual knowledge also, spiritual practices also, along with the other things you do. And if you are more matured, you just become yogi only. Other things are very minimum and secondary. That is your choice. Okay. Nirgunam Guna Bhoktru. This is also in him, the pure Paramatma. Three gunas are not there. But because of him only they exist and they manifest the world. That aspect is little deeper, subtler. Detail also takes 10-12 minutes. Tomorrow we explain that. Then we go again to the next 16th sloka also, or 15th, 16th. Vahirantasya bhutanam asaram saramevacha sukshmatvat tadavigneam durastakam digyachadat avyaktam cha bhuteshu vivaktavachastam bhuta bhartu cha tatneyam grasishtu prabhavishtu cha jyotisham jyoti tavasa paramuchate. In this way, in the next 2.5 slokas, 3, around 8, 9 more indicative definitions of that Gneya Vastu Param Brahma are given. So we'll understand them. And when you are regularly listening, that which was so abstract and non understandable in the first class starts revealing the meaning. Like when you are on the chessboard, first day, never you know anything about it. A board itself is not understood. What a black and white. Then the coins, which is coins, वो भी होते हैं. You look at them, they are something seen but nothing understood. Then it is told, it is king, it is a queen or mantri, then the elephant, रुक, bishop, सारे बताते हैं. हाथी है, घोड़ा है और ये ऊंट है. Then the all these individual soldiers. Then each one's functionings are told. Then what is the meaning of checkmate is taught. Then you play. In the same way, we have just started, na? नए वस्तु लगातार सुनते रहोगे, you get an idea of it. Like anything, computers first day, what is hardware, what software, कुछ नहीं होता, नहीं जानते. But 10 years में, 8 years में know everything. Mountaineering, nothing known. But as you keep doing, you understand. Swimming, nothing known. Driving, nothing known. Cooking, never known in the beginning. But as you try, you know it. Vedanta also. But problem is, such a beautiful liberation giving Vedanta Jnana is devalued, not even given a secondary importance, totally given up only in our life system and education system. And that is why all suffer. If you keep spirituality as background, you will never do wrong things in the world. That dukkha goes away. Spirituality alone, if you make a goal, you'll be permanently liberated or happy. You all become education ministers. See to it that before physics, chemistry are taught, Geetha and Upanishad is taught. Because this is the mukti giving jnana. Then the all academic knowledge becomes scientist, doctor, lawyer. That is professional. उसका भी उतना ज़रूरत नहीं है, जितना आज साइंस आगे बढ़ रहा है। ये देखो, आगे बढ़ सकना अलग है, बढ़ना अलग है। Where do you end up in only creating more and more bhoga and getting lost in only? Go through, no problem. You are inquisitive, you are genius. But don't miss the spiritual journey also. That's the idea. Okay, stop it here. Now we'll see tomorrow. Nirgunam Gunam walk through little more. Last shloka of our Pratah Smaranam. Who are they? Valmiki, sage Valmiki. Brahmana by birth, but somehow lost, entered into the tribal. These brought up by them. And even though he was brought up by them, Brahmana Lakshanas were there in him hidden. When the Naraja or the Saptarishis came, they gave him the Maramara mantra, chanting that all his inner Brahmana divine qualities manifested. That Ratnakara became sage Valmiki. Maharshi, Grani. And don't get lost in the people who fight. वाल्मीकि हमारे हैं, वाल्मीकि सबके हैं. ये तो ज्ञानी है, वो ब्रह्म ज्ञानी है, परमात्मा स्वरूप है. वाल्मीकि. Then comes Sanakaha. Sanaka and Sanandana are the Manasa Putra of the Brahmadeva. They are the Nivritta Margi. They always are in meditation and contemplation and discussion on only of the Brahma Vidya. They are of 5 years age. They don't grow more than that. सूक्ष्म रूप में रहते हो. सनक सनंदन सनातन सनत कुमार. देन सनंदन. देन व्यासः. व्यास anyway we saw yesterday. Then Vasishtha. Vasishtha is again Brahma Manasa Putra, great great grandfather of Vyasa Bhagwan. Vyasa's father is Shakti, Parashara. Parashara's father is Shakti. Shakti's father is the Vasishtaji. That's why Vyasam. Vasishtanaptaram, Shakti Pautram, Parashara Atmajam. Vasishta's great great grandson, Para, uh, Vasishta Shakti Pautram, the grandfather son of the Shakti, Parashara's son, Shukatatam, father of Shukadeva, is Vyasa. That mantra many of you know. व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातन्तपोनिधिम्. This is a mantra to Vyasa, glorifying him by telling his predecessors and his subsequent generation. Vyasa, then Vasishtaha. I told you just now. Then Bhruguhu is also one of the Saptarishis. They all have the Bhrugu Samhita, Yoga Vasishta, great Jnana for Moksha. They all have given these rishis. We should remember them morning. Then Jabali Rishi, then Jamadagni, another Saptarishi, father of Parashuramaji. Then Kacha, one is that Kacha, great Bhakta. Janaka, the father of Sitaji. Garga Rishi, who gave name to Lord Krishna and all. Then Angiraha, who is a second disciple, Brahmadeva, Brahma's disciple Atharva, Atharva's disciple is Angira. Then Gautama Rishi, Gautama Sutras, Nyaya Sutras given by him. Then Mandhata, great Mandhata Rishi, Raja Mandhata, great. He became later on Rajarshi. Then Rutuparna, another great king. Vainya, Raja Prutu, the Veda Putra, he is also greater. Then Sagaraha, Sagara and Sagaraputra, they have dug the well or the for the search of the horse. When they dug the bhumi, that became such a huge place of water staying. That is why it's called Sagara. Why this Sagara is called Samudra Sagara? Sagaraputra ने उसका खोदा क्योंकि they were in search of the horse which is lost. When the Sagara, the father, when he was doing the Ashmedha Yajna, horse is gone. So they have to search the horse. That's of the Yajna. And that whole place is there. So whoever catches the horse, they have to fight with them, get the kingdom and get the horse. That's how Ashwamedha Yajna. That was with Kapila Mahamuni. Somebody put there and Kapila Mahamuni को ये लोग छेड़ते हैं, then he gives the curse, they all become the dust there, bhasma. Then how to make them alive? Then Ganga comes and touches, then only they come alive, they become Swargavas. That's why the Disagara, Dilipa, Anshuman, Bhagiratha, they all do the tapasya. Ultimately, with Bhagiratha tapas, Ganga comes, the Sagara Putras get Swarga. So the Sagara. Then all of them, then Dhanyaha, they're all, then Dilipa Rishi, Sagarka next generation, then Nala Damayanti story, Punyo Dharma Sutta, one of the greatest is Yudhishthira Dharmarajaji, then Yayati, what's a great one, Yayati also, he enjoys two lives in one life. Then thereafter he realizes and becomes a great saint. Then Nahushaha, Raja Nahusha story comes in Bhagavatam. Kurvantu Nahamangalam. All these great Rajarshis, Brahmarshis, saints and sages, I remember morning, all of them, they all bless me for my own Mangalata. So these all rishis, some of them are eternally there, some of them have put their tapashakti as if in a bank. Whoever remember them, they become the shareholders of that. Isn't it? Like in the bhumi, Bhagavan has put all the food. Then whoever the kisan log, they sow the seeds. That food nest in the earth comes through these rice and grains to that kisan. Then he shares with others. In the same way, the ऋषि मुनियों का तपस शक्ति उनके स्मरण से हमको मिलता है. Therefore, कुर्वन्तु मंगलम. This is what it is. Like that, so many other also are there, but these four are beautiful. Let us chant once. Om Ata Shri Bhagavad Bhaktanam Pratah Smaranam. Om Prahlada Narada Parashara Pundarika Vyasambarish Shukashaunaka Bhishma Dalbhyan रुक्मांगदार्जुन वशिष्ठ विभीषणादीन पुण्यानिमान परम भागवतान् स्मरामि अश्वत्थामा बलिर्व्यासः हनुमान्श्च विभीषणः कृपः परशुरामश्च सप्तैते चिरजीविनः सप्तैतान् संस्मरेत् नित्यं मार्कण्डेयमथाष्टमं जीवेद्वर्षशतं सोऽपि सर्वव्याधिविवर्जितः वाल्मीकिः सनकः सनन्दनतरुः व्यासो वसिष्ठो भृगुः जाबालिर्जमदग्निकच्च जनका गर्गोऽङ्गिरा गौतमः मान्धाता ऋतुपर्णवैन्यसगराः धन्यो दिलीपो नलः पुण्यो धर्मसुतो ययाति नहुषौ कुर्वन्तु नो मङ्गलौ कुर्वन्तु नो मङ्गलौ. इति श्री भगवद्भक्तानां प्रातस्मरण. Some are famous for dharma, like Yudhishthiradi. Some are for bhakti, some are for the yoga, some are for the jnana, some are for the premadi sadguna, some are for seva done for the world, some for value standing, like Nala, Damaya, all of them. So these are the great people that way. And all of them in common are devotees of God. That is why remembering them every day is a very good inspiration and beginning. So that's how we have done Pratha Smaranam of all Bhaktas. I don't know what stotra we take up tomorrow. You will see it tomorrow. Then we have seen Asaktam Sarvabhruta, two qualities, indicative definitions of the Gneya Vastu Param Brahma today. Then we start five more Anuvakas of our mantras of our Krishna Yajurveda Taittiriya Brahmana Parayanam. Before that we saw our initial slokas, and before that 3-4 minutes of introduction or the common sense thought of how to manage, negotiate life, of working towards our goal as well as going through whatever the totality or the prarabdha presents to us. So listen all these talks more than once, twice, and note down the main salient points. That's good for you as a knowledge information. We only on the edifice or basis of knowledge, the edifice of the life can be built very well. No other way. Thank you, friends. Om Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat, Sajjana Shantimapnuyat, Shanto Mucheda Vandebhyaha, Muktaschanyan Vimochayet, Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritangamaya, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachate, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om, Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo, Paramarishibhyo Parabrahmane Shutimatre, Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you.